Alrighty, guys, I am so sorry about this. I ran out of space and then I had to go ahead and delete stuff. So now I'm going to have to read the cards where we are in this moment. By the way, I hope you're doing very, very well this evening. Um, what we have in the central energy is we have the Empress. She's all four queens. She's an abundant and fertile feminine who has overcome a lot. She's moving. It could be that somebody sees her as a sugar mama. There has been an injustice done. She's challenged by this magician. He's a spy and he did some magic and he's giving it time, and he wants to cause a separation. He caused a separation for this Empress. He wanted to cause a stagnation for her, a break in her for her. He wants her lonely. He wants her stressed out. In the subconscious, see, he's got goals. He wants to cause her to be stuck in an illusion and confusion. He wants her traveling. He wants her uprooted. He does not want her grounded. He wants her focused on healing her heart. So he wants her with a broken heart. And she needs to focus on healing her heart. She's also the star. In the recent past, we got this magician who is also a King of Swords in the reverse. And he misuses his power and manipulates people because he's a gold digger. And he uses third-party situations to mess with people's minds. So this Empress is the Empress, and she's also a star. And she either moved in with somebody, or she moved out with somebody. There was an injustice done. Somebody sees her as a sugar mama. Anyway, the intention and expectation was to manifest a financial opportunity for themselves by knocking her off her square, by locking her in a toxic cycle of karma where she is invisible to people, where she has no joy and no happiness, no material wealth. They collaborated very hard with a lot of people to make this happen. They gambled and they did things with pets in order to manifest this heartbreak for her, this uprooting, this ungrounding. They wanted her mind to be no ideas, They wanted her to break her vow, They wanted her not to be able to have the good things in life. They wanted to get her fired from her job. They wanted to cause her heartbreak, divorce, grief, emotional pain, sorrow, hurt. They wanted a complete end, a horrible end, and a horrible new beginning for this Empress. And they wanted a complete destruction of her family, too. There's manifestation out here twice about this, and there's plenty of evidence. But this Empress receives aid. She receives aid. She receives a blessing. So whatever it is that they're trying to do here, and they're really trying, she gets help. Somebody shows her kindness and mercy. So the lens that this one is looking through, this magician, is they want to bring disharmony and suffering to her. They want her afraid to make a commitment to anyone. They want to completely destroy her faith in the opposite sex, or in whatever sex she's privy to. So they wanna line up this date night. They're ready to come charging in here on this date night, but they're blocked. They're not able to shoot their shot. They don't get the opportunity. They don't get to go on this adventure. They don't get the passion. There's no passion here. There's no passion here. It's like there's a Knight of Wands in the upright who comes in passionately, full of energy, and he's fearless. But he's a narcissist who's into same-sex couples, which I don't, there's nothing, you know, if that's what you're into, whatever. And he's coming forth. He's coming forth. He's a narcissist, but he's coming forth pretending as though he is not. So he's putting on an act. And this act is only because he wants to get out of confinement, and he thinks that if he can steal the cycle of this Empress, if he can steal the wealth of this Empress, this star, if they can lock her up in this old karmic toxic cycle, then they can steal her wealth and they can get out of this confinement. And the hopes and fears. So they're afraid of suffering a disappointment. They're afraid of leaving everything behind. Because right now they know they're facing homelessness. They don't want to be homeless. They're facing homelessness. But this Empress has a guardian angel. Probably a lot more than that. She's an Empress. She's a star. She probably has many guardian angels. And she's not ready for this relationship. She's like, no thanks, I'm not ready to date yet. I'm not into that. It could be that she's still having arguments with the person that she moved away from. But in the outcome, balance is restored and harmony is restored. We've got temperance in the upright. It looks like somebody, she was bewitched. Like there was a love spell, there was a separation spell. I mean, they really went, there's this manifestation, there's this death spell, this heartbreak spell. They did something with pets spell. They doubled up on their manifestations, and they did everything that they could think of. They tried to get this Empress, they bewitched her with a love spell, trying to get her interested in same-sex relationships. They wanted her ill. They wanted her dead. They wanted her suffering with no friends, invisible to the world. They wanted her wealth. That's the outcome. That's what they want. There's a bunch of masks here. So please tell me, Spirit, I would like to know a little bit more about this outcome. So here we got balance. We got balance here and harmony, but there's this love spell and same sex and an illness. Please tell me more about this. Please tell me more about this love spell, same sex, couple, and the illness here in the outcome. Please tell me about this. So somebody's not able to imagine. Somebody's not able to imagine something. There is this eternal love here, so it could be that there is this eternal love here. Let's just keep going. So somebody's not able to imagine something. Tell me about this love spell, same sex, and an illness for this Empress. Please tell me about that. So it could be that their strategy fails, or that they have a low down strategy, they're mind reading, or it could be that, or they're not able to read her mind. They're not able to read her mind. They're not able to make predictions. They're trying to put this love spell here. They're trying to read her mind. They're not able to read her mind. They want her in a same-sex relationship. Tell me about this, Spirit. What about this? Here, love spell and same-sex relationship. Gain, cultivation, call. This is a conclusion. There's a conclusion here. So there's a conclusion. Somebody's not able to imagine it. There's an illness. There's an inclusion. Tell me about this illness, Spirit. Somebody doesn't get the real estate. Somebody doesn't get the real estate. But there is eternal love here in balance. And it looks like the Empress is okay. Here. They wanted the cause or an illness, but it looks like the Empress is okay. She's still on target for this eternal love. She's still on target for this eternal love, and this is the ending. This is the conclusion of this. There is a gain here. Alrighty then. So yeah, there's lots of masks. Look at that. It's still on the bottom. Masks. Yeah. Yeah. It looks like she gets a playful love. Alrighty then. So let's pull these ones. I had to catch you up. I'm sorry about that. I had all this big long video and it was building up and this storyline, and all of a sudden it just stopped. So anyhow, we got the Empress here. She's moving. There's been an injustice. Somebody saw her as a sugar mama. She is the main female, and there was a marriage here. There was a marriage here. So, okay, this magician came in. He was a spy. He did a separation spell and gave it time. And she was, he wanted her in stagnation. He wants her lonely and stressed. There's this courthouse here seen. So there's a courthouse. This magician, this is his goal and expectation, was to cause illusion and confusion for the Empress. So somebody's going to be traveling soon to heal their heart. They're going to be receiving a message. So the Empress is the star. Somebody was a gold digger. They want their money. This magician is a gold digger. They wanted to split up her marriage because he's a gold digger, or the person she was married to was no, this is a magician. This King of Swords in the reverse. He's a gold digger. This main female was married, and she's moving now because there was an injustice done. It could be whoever she married was a gold digger. It could be that whoever she married was this King of Swords. Maybe she married him. She didn't get a message of concern. He wanted her stuck in a karmic cycle where she would be invisible. He wanted her toiling and laboring away for however long in a toxic environment, invisible to the world. He wanted her suffering big time. He doubled up his manifestation efforts, but he's not getting the unexpected income. He doesn't get the unexpected income. He doesn't get her wealth. She receives aid and blessings. They weren't able to mess up her family. She gets aid. She gets a blessing. They weren't able to get the unexpected income. It looks like she's going to get, there was something about this courtship. There's the lovers here in the reverse, and there's this courtship, and there's this date night. So somebody wants to come in and they want to woo her. They do. But they don't get to shoot their shot. They don't get to come on this adventure. So there's a younger masculine coming forward, a narcissist who's into same-sex relationships. And I'm not saying anything's bad. It's just on the card, okay? And she doesn't want to hear it. She's like, she's not being stubborn or anything. She's just like, or maybe he's coming in. He's like, he's trying to pretend like he's not an arrogant SOB. Because he's looking at this confinement on the distant horizons, and he doesn't want it. He's trying to avoid it. So he feels that if he can come and get into the energy of this Empress, that he can avoid all that. He's facing homelessness, or somebody's facing homelessness. It could be that this whole group is facing homelessness. The Empress has a guardian. She's not ready for a relationship, and there are still arguments here within this marriage. She's not ready for date night. She's not ready for date night. And she's not ready for date night. So what we have here is we have a mature man who is facing poverty. It could be this King of Swords in reverse. She's still busy having arguments with her ex, man. She's not interested in dating anybody. She's got help, you know. She's not alone. She's got the angels and everything, and all her beautiful divine family are watching out for her. You know, she's special. She's an empress and a star. And they came against her, and they caused a separation in her marriage. They wanted to knock her off her balance. They wanted to knock her off reverse square. They wanted her completely ungrounded and chaotic. They wanted her imbalanced so that they could come in and manipulate her and then take her wealth. It's kind of strange that they would do this, you know, but anyway, yeah. So balance is being restored. The Empress is okay. She's okay, you know. She's still lined up for this eternal love. She's gonna get eternal love. This is an end of all of this malarkey. You know, their strategy didn't work. They did a love spell on her, trying to get her into a same-sex relationship, trying to destroy her real estate, her home, you know, her with her partner. They wanted to make her sick, but they weren't able to imagine it. Maybe they were having difficulty imagining it. Yeah, they were thinking about her. They were thinking about her, but they were having difficulty with their imagination. So yeah, she was in their thoughts, but they were having difficulty manifesting this that they wanted. It could be because they were concerned about being under adjudication. Maybe they just couldn't focus. Alrighty then, so we got the Empress and the Central Energy. She's the main female. She has a marriage here, but she's moving on because there was an injustice. Somebody saw her as just a sugar mama. They just wanted her wealth. It wasn't based on love. Or that could have been, yeah, unfortunately. Or that could have been the result, you know, that particular spell that this magician did could have had her believing that her partner saw her as a sugar mama. But there's denial here, like they were denying it, like maybe they're denying it. Pride. Pride. She loves herself and everybody and everyone. And this is affecting somebody's health. Or this is happening because somebody doesn't want their health to be affected negatively. Now this is affecting her health negatively. Somebody spied. They gave it time. They did the separation spell to destroy her marriage, to confuse her mind, to cause some sort of illusion. Because this magician in the upright, he wanted to manifest power and wealth for himself. So he wanted her in a stagnant position. He wanted her lonely and stressed out. And he could have wanted her to go to court, or this could be something that he has to go to court for. Yeah, because if she's getting divorced, he might have wanted her to go to court. He might have wanted her to lose everything. And he thought it was funny. He thought it was funny. His goal was to cause disillusion and confusion. It's a fantasy. He planted it with his magic. He wanted her to move. He wanted her to travel. He said there, like sent her a message on an opportunity to heal her heart, maybe. Like maybe there was a retreat or some sort of a getaway that she could go to like, heal. Like a support group or something in a beautiful place. But there was this, she didn't accept it. She did not accept this offer. In the recent past, this gold digger, this magician who's also the King of Swords in the reverse, yeah, they were not able to get this message of concern in the hands of in the hands of this Empress. Or they tried to block a message. They wanted to implant it with their own message. They're a gold digger. They're manipulative. They're misusing their power. They're messing with her mind. They're using third-party situations to really turn up the heat as far as all this confusion and illusion goes. Yeah, she's a star and an empress. They want her wealth. And whatever wealth that they can get out of this marriage, or whoever she was married to is in on this. Could be in on this. All of these masculines are in on it. Who she married was in on it. It was all just to get to her wealth, her empress, her status. 4 queens, she's an empress, and the star. It was all, they married her just to get at her divine status, her spiritual title. And they wanted to steal it from her. By causing doubt in her mind and in her life, by upsetting the apple cart. Their intention is to make her invisible to everyone and suffer in a repetitive, toxic, karmic cycle of suffering, yeah. With no happiness, no joy. That's what they wanted for her. They worked really hard for her, for it. It could be that all of this that they did, all of this that they intended for her, fails because she surrendered. She knows she can't control all the situations, and she forgave the situation. She's like, I'm not going to harbor any resentment with this. I'm going to move on. I'm just letting it go. And because she did that, she received aid and a blessing, and these ones who came against her, who envied her, they don't get this unexpected income. There's lots of evidence of what they did. They doubled up on their manifestation attempts. Manifestation twice. They did gamble. They did something with pets. Yeah, they wanted to get her fired. They wanted to destroy all of her relationships. They wanted to cloud her mind and steal her imagination. And they wanted to take away all of her opportunities to pamper herself, to be pampered, to have friends. So this card failure came out, and it came out in the reverse. But what it says is, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And there's indecision here. So because we got the Lovers reverse, and there's a lot of bad choices, disharmony, imbalance. They want a date with her. They want to court her, but they're not able to shoot their shot. They don't get to go on this adventure. They're indecisive. They don't know what to do. And they keep making mistakes. They're not learning from their mistakes. They're not learning from their mistakes. They're indecisive because they're not learning from their mistakes. So some young masculine is coming forward passionately and, fearlessly toward this Empress. The Empress, he's a narcissist who's into same-sex relationships. He's coming forward and he's going to put on a show. He's going to act like he's not arrogant, like he's not stubborn, like he's not this narcissist, this egocentric guy who's too full of himself. So yeah, he's facing confinement on the distant horizons, and so he needs to come in and he needs to attach himself to this Empress so that he can trap her in this karmic cycle, this toxic karmic cycle, and steal her divine inheritance. She's an Empress and a star. There's lots of wealth here. He thinks he can do whatever he sets his mind to. So he's really trying hard. Because he's facing homelessness and disappointment. The Empress has a guardian. She's not ready for a relationship yet. She's still having arguments with her ex. And this mature man is facing poverty. And it could be the King of Swords in the reverse, who is the magician who hired all these other people to gang stalk this Empress. And there's going to be a change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So yeah, there change is coming. Change is coming, and this Empress has a guardian. So this mature man is facing poverty. Change is coming. So balance and harmony is going to be restored for the Empress. She will be receiving her eternal love. She is okay. She is stable. And this is coming to an end for her. There was a love spell that was trying to get her into same-sex relationships and to make her ill and to destroy her home, but their strategy failed. He can't get her out of his thoughts. He can't stop thinking about her. He wasn't able to focus. He wasn't able to focus on his manifestations. He wasn't able to focus on his spells. Empress gets peace. Empress gets peace. Empress gets a playful love. Okay, yeah. These ones, You know, they weren't living life with any kind of gratitude. They aren't living life with any kind of gratitude. They're very selfish, and they want what someone else has. They're not willing to work for it. I mean, the only work they're willing to put in is to see how good of a thief they can be, how great of a destroyer they can be. But you know, you can think what you like about that. Ooh, doggies! Did you see that? Oh my goodness! Holy moly! Sorry, guys. They're not even that slick. Wow. That was incredible. Okay. Well then. Empress. Marriage is over. She's the main female. Secret. Someone isn't telling the whole story. You have to be willing to both stay and hear the truth. Distant, so far away physically and emotionally. See if you can rekindle the passion again. Well, I don't know. It's affecting her health in a bad way. And we got neglect, not paying attention to what's important. Decide what's truly worth spending time on. So she's thinking about what she wants to spend her time on. So, okay, so the magician went first. Stuck and stressed. Stuck, separated, stressed, and poor. We got ruins. Things you no longer need are falling away to make room for the love you deserve. But it came out in the reverse. So it looks like perhaps he's not able to completely, like things aren't falling away like he had anticipated. He sent a message, perhaps an invitation to the Empress to come and heal her heart. Like maybe he's a spy. He could be within the environment somewhere, within the community, you know, and perhaps he's aware. And his entire goal is to cause illusion and confusion for her. Yeah, it's pretty clear. He and this posse of masculines who are facing confinement and homelessness, they all came up against this Empress. She's the main female. She's the star. She's the Empress. Oh, okay. We got broken. They didn't keep the promises they made. They may break your heart, but not your spirit. But that came out in reverse. So her heart, it could be like she received this invitation to go heal her heart. But mind you, she's the Empress and she's the star. So it could very well be, I mean, she knows very well how to process her emotions. She knows very well how to manage her energy and her nervous system and all of that. So she's not broken. This isn't breaking her. She received an invitation to go heal her heart, but she's not broken. Rocky, it has been a rough road for you. You must decide whether it's worth it to keep on going. So, you know, he did succeed in his goal. He did cause a disruption within her marriage. You know, but he's a gold digger. He's coming up. He's coming for this star. He's hiding information from her. He's spying. He's a King of Swords in the reverse. He's manipulating things. Lost. You feel like you have been abandoned, but there is a deeper connection coming. And it was upside down. So it could be that this gold digger, there is no deeper connection coming for this gold digger. He doesn't get the relationship. It didn't work out the way you imagined. Feel the loss so you can rebuild your dreams. Yeah, so it didn't work out like they imagined, you know. They wanted her stuck in this repetitive, toxic karmic cycle. They wanted her invisible, you know. They wanted her working herself to the bone without any joy or happiness. But it didn't work out the way they imagined. She surrendered to the situation and she forgave. And because she didn't get all angry or upset, or, you know, she didn't get those lower vibrational energies, she remained high vibrational. She's the Empress and the Star, for Pete's sake. And Pete, people always ask, okay, who's Pete? All right, well, I don't really know. Pete, I think, is a saint or something. I'm not really sure. I think maybe, but to me, Pete is, you know, there was a story of Pete and Repeat, and they sailed a boat somewhere, you know, and they had issues or whatever. So to me, that's the Pete. When I say for Pete's sake, I'm speaking of Pete and Repeat. Just to make that clear. So in the near future, they're envious. They're envious. They've doubled their manifestation efforts to try to bring about a heartbreak and an ending for this Empress. They did things with pets that to try to bring about this death. They were being childish. Someone has to be the adult in the room. Maybe the term should be grow up or get out. So yeah, they're childish. And they're tempted. They're tempted by this wealth that the Empress, the Star, the main female has. They're tempted by her wealth, by her, she's a blessing simply by existing. And they're envious. So they wanna court her. But this is ending. This is ending. Okay, they're pretending that it's not ending, but it's time to go, to let go, and to make a fresh start. So they have to let go. It's ending. They, you know, this Knight of Wands wanted to cause some serious issues for this Empress on the distant horizons. He's in the environment. Tangled, unable to free yourself from a sticky situation. Taking a step back helps you see clearly. So he's unable to free himself from a sticky situation. Okay, he's facing confinement. He's unable to free himself from a sticky situation. He's tangled. And we have rabbit hole. Crazy drama makes for wild adventures, but not peace. How far are you willing to go? And this one came out reversed. And this to me says the Empress, she's not interested in any of this. She's not going down the rabbit hole. She's not interested in anything this Knight of Wands has to say. She's not listening to it. So these people, these masculines coming against her, you know, it could be, you know, feminine, masculine, feminine. Okay, genders are fluid. We all have masculine and feminine qualities in us. So even though I mentioned genders, please just take the message as it resonates with you, okay? I don't wish to offend anybody at all. And I wish to make it very clear that, you know, these things are very, very fluid. So somebody's facing homelessness. They're disappointed. Many flames. It can take many tries to find the right one. Take a break when you need to and don't give up. So many flames. It came out in reverse. Which tells me that they don't get to try to find the one. They're done. Their tries are over. Their tries are over. They don't get any more tries. So in the outcome, we've got balance is being restored, peace is being restored. The Empress is going to be at peace. She gets eternal love. She is okay. She's stable. There's a conclusion to this mumbo jumbo that's been going on for her. Okay, somebody had her under a love spell, and it could be that the husband or this person that she was connected to, or who wanted to marry her, maybe they weren't actually married. It could be that he wanted to marry, but the marriage is here, so it could be that they actually were married. But she was under a love spell, and their strategy didn't work. They put her under a love spell, trying to get her interested in the same sex couple. So this man thought that if he married her and then put her under a love spell and got her interested in the other women, that he wouldn't have to, you know, sleep with her or nothing. And then he could cause her to become ill and steal her real estate. But he wasn't able to use his imagination well. You know, he couldn't think properly about her. And this says, crumbling, what you have built feels like it's falling apart. It's okay. You have the strength to build anew. So, but it came out in the reverse. So this Empress, and this star, this beautiful main female, she is not crumbling. All these men came against her, and she is not crumbling. And at the bottom of the deck, we have tired. So you are emotionally exhausted from dealing with everything. You deserve a break now. And I'm just going to leave it there, guys, because that's a perfect way to leave that. So the Empress got wound up with some magician's friend. I hope this helps. The outcome here is good, Empress. You've got temperance, balance, harmony, and sensibility. You've got an eternal love coming in. You're going to have stability and harmony, yeah. This is the conclusion of all this mumbo jumbo, this crap of people coming in trying to steal your divine inheritance. That which you have earned. That which you have rightfully earned. Honestly, rightfully earned. You are a being of love, and you're releasing all negative energy. You're not dwelling on this, and you wouldn't have become the Empress on this star if you dealt with stuff the way these lower vibrational people are dealing with stuff. You may be having some arguments with your ex, but they're facing poverty, and they don't get any more chances. It's like your empire, Empress, is not crumbling. You're safe. This love spell didn't work on you, Missy. You know why? Because you got friends. You got friends. You got friends who want to bless you. So, I hope this helps. Have a wonderful evening. See you next time.